That shovel bouncing off your clay soil like it hit concrete isn't just frustrating, it's your garden screaming for help. While most gardeners wage war against stubborn clay with backbreaking tillage and expensive amendments, there's a time-tested secret that transforms the most impossible soil into rich, living earth without lifting a single shovelful. Welcome to Crop Corner, where today I'm revealing the Amish Humus Method that will revolutionize how you think about soil building forever. Why your clay soil keeps winning the battle. Clay soil isn't your enemy, it's just misunderstood. Those microscopic clay particles pack together so tightly they create an impenetrable fortress that suffocates plant roots and blocks water movement. When wet, clay becomes a sticky, unworkable mess. When dry, it transforms into something resembling concrete blocks that could probably build a house. The biggest mistake gardeners make is fighting clay with force. Tilling and rototilling might seem logical, but honestly they actually destroy the delicate fungal networks and beneficial soil structure that healthy soil depends on. And adding sand? That creates an even worse nightmare, essentially turning your garden into concrete that would make a sidewalk contractor proud. What clay desperately needs isn't violence, it needs life. The Amish discovery really changes everything. The Amish Humus Method works on a simple principle that nature has been demonstrating for millions of years in every forest on Earth. When leaves fall and organic matter accumulates on forest floors, it doesn't get tilled or mixed. It simply decomposes from the top down, creating rich, crumbly humus that transforms the soil beneath. Humus is the dark, sponge-like substance that results when organic matter fully decomposes. It has a magical property that clay particles just can't resist. It binds with them to create larger soil aggregates that hold moisture while still allowing air to flow freely. This aggregation process is what transforms lifeless, compacted clay into the soft, fertile loam that, honestly, makes gardening dreams come true. So, let's talk about the step-by-step transformation process. Instead of grabbing that shovel, it's time to start thinking like nature does. The beauty of this method really lies in its elegant simplicity. You just begin by layering organic materials directly on top of your clay soil surface. Things like grass clippings, shredded leaves, aged compost, well-decomposed manure, straw, and even kitchen scraps all work beautifully here. And honestly, the key is diversity. Your soil microbes thrive on a varied diet, just like you do. Now create a protective blanket over your clay using thick mulch layers. Wood chips, straw, or leaf mold all work excellently to prevent the sun from baking your soil into those brick-hard surfaces, while also keeping rain from compacting it even further. This protective layer actually feeds beneficial microbes continuously, creating a living buffet that keeps soil biology active all year round. Never let your soil surface go naked, especially during those winter months. Even when your garden looks dormant, there are still millions of microorganisms working away beneath that protective mulch layer. They don't take vacations, and neither should your soil feeding program. It's an ongoing process, and your soil will thank you for it. The underground magic you can't see is truly fascinating. While you're simply layering materials on top, an incredible transformation is happening below. Earthworms discover your organic matter feast and begin their essential work, moving up and down through clay layers while leaving behind nutrient-rich castings. Every worm creates natural tunnels that become permanent highways for water and air movement. It's like having a team of tiny engineers working tirelessly beneath your feet. Soil microbes and beneficial fungi form complex networks that break down your layered organic matter into humus. These microscopic workers operate like tiny chemical factories, converting raw materials into the perfect soil conditioner. They're the unsung heroes of your garden, quietly ensuring everything runs smoothly. As humus forms, it binds with clay particles to create stable soil aggregates that resist compaction and provide ideal growing conditions for plant roots. This biological activity creates what soil scientists call soil structure, the arrangement of soil particles into larger groups with spaces between them for air and water movement. Unlike mechanical tillage that temporarily breaks up clay only to have it compact again, biological structure building creates permanent improvements that get better with time. When it comes to transforming clay soil, patience becomes your most valuable gardening tool with this method. During the first season, your main focus should be on establishing your organic matter layers and, protecting your soil surface. It's really about setting the foundation for healthy soil in the long run. Don't expect overnight miracles, but do watch for early signs of life. Increased earthworm activity and, a darker soil color are good indicators that your method is working. By the second season, you'll notice some pretty dramatic improvements in soil workability and water infiltration. It's honestly rewarding to see the results of your efforts start to pay off. Areas that once shed rainwater like a roof will begin absorbing moisture naturally. Your soil will feel softer and show the rich, dark coloration that indicates humus formation. After 3 to 4 years of consistent organic matter additions, even the most stubborn clay soil becomes unrecognizable. What once resembled concrete blocks transforms into deep, rich loam that crumbles beautifully in your hands and supports vigorous plant growth naturally. Alright, here are some advanced tips for maximum success. You'll want to chop or shred organic materials before applying them. You see, smaller pieces decompose faster and integrate more quickly into your soil system. So, kitchen scraps should be chopped, leaves should be shredded, and larger materials should be broken down for the best results. If you're using manure, make sure it's well-aged or composted before you apply it. Fresh manure can actually burn plant roots, and it might contain weed seeds or even pathogens. Apply fresh manure only in the fall so it has plenty of time to mellow before the spring planting season. So, you'll want to maintain consistent moisture levels in your organic layers, but just be careful not to create waterlogged conditions. The decomposition process, really does require adequate moisture, but too much water, well, that creates anaerobic conditions that can actually slow down all that beneficial microbial activity. Why does this beat conventional methods every single time? Well, the Amish Humus Method succeeds where conventional approaches fail, simply because it works with natural soil building processes instead of, fighting against them. While tillage destroys soil structure and, creates compaction cycles, this method actually builds a permanent structure that improves continuously. Plants grown in humus-rich soil develop deeper, stronger root systems because they're following the natural channels created by earthworms and, organic matter decomposition. These deep roots access nutrients and moisture that, honestly, remain unavailable in compacted clay soil. This method, requires minimal physical effort compared to endless digging and tilling. Instead of exhausting yourself fighting clay, you simply layer materials and let nature do the heavy lifting. Your back will thank you and your soil will reward you with decades of improved fertility. Alright folks, let's dive in. Transform your garden starting today. You see, the Amish Humus Method isn't just a soil improvement technique, it's, a complete philosophy shift toward working with nature's proven systems. When you adopt this approach, you're not just fixing clay soil, you're building a living ecosystem that will continue improving for generations. Start gathering your organic materials today. Every grass clipping, fallen leaf, and kitchen scrap becomes a building block for your soil transformation. Remember, this isn't about quick fixes, it's about creating lasting change that makes gardening easier and more productive every year. Ready to join the soil revolution? Subscribe to Crop Corner for more game-changing gardening wisdom, and share this method with fellow gardeners who are tired of fighting their clay soil. Together, we'll prove that the best solutions are often the simplest ones nature has been showing us all along,